Hey guys, it's Alex with Hammond Watch. Here today with one that I'm very surprised I haven't seen more videos on. I think it's a very elegant and beautiful dress style watch. It's the Seiko SRPD41. And there's really just one problem with the entire watch that kind of holds it back. Everything else on it I'm completely just thrilled with. So the sizing on this, and it's going to be right up front that we talk about its biggest flaw, is that it's a 41 millimeter case. And while I understand that nowadays that's the norm and kind of a crowd-pleasing size, this watch is just so elegant. The details are very, very finite, and I think that type of styling works best with 36 to 38, if they wanted to push it to 39 to make it more contemporary, I would have understood, but just a little bit bummed out that they blew the scale up just a bit. The watch itself too, it's a 12 millimeters thick. It's got a sapphire crystal, so hallelujah. Seiko finally retailing a watch at around $500 with sapphire crystal. You're looking at a 48 millimeter lug to lug, and then thankfully a 20 millimeter lug width, so no problem with any of your strap changes. Let's get in macro on the dial and case back. We'll talk about the movement and what I like about these indices. So turning the watch around, you have solid links. There's a double button push butterfly clasp here. That as we open up, you guys will have a better look at the inside of these links, which are very nicely put together. We do have solid end links. Seiko has done their mildest attempt at dressing up a movement with putting in a kind of gold tone rotor. This is your 4R35. The difference between the 35 and the 36 is that the 35 is a date only. The 36 are going to be in models that run day and date. And essentially the 4R36 and 35 movement is an updated 7S26 where they've added in hacking and hand winding, beats at 21,600 beats per hour. You're looking at a 40-hour power reserve, and it's the kind of the Seiko version of the NH35 that you see out, which again is a 7S26 with hacking and hand winding brought into it. But all in all, a dependable movement. You're not going to have to service it very often. You're looking at a plus 45, minus 35 seconds a day. So maybe not the most accurate in the world, but in looking at watches retailing at $500, I think it's completely fair. Some of the most interesting details to this watch are in its aesthetic. The dial, as you can see, has this kind of shimmery grain to it, but not fully texturized. You can see the light come right across it. It's very reflective and comes off flat. But when you get in and look really close, you feel like it should have a bit of grittiness to it. Then your indices, you have a high polish on the sides with this kind of textured, almost frost across the top. I think it's phenomenal. That's a detail you find in a $3,000 dress watch that really sets it off and grabs the light and draws you in. I'm thrilled that Seiko is in a position where they can offer these type of beautiful details at very moderate prices. The hands, you have a polished seconds hand, but then very wisely they did the white on the seconds. That's so you don't lose them in the dial that's already reflective. Thankfully, they also did that frost on the top of the indexes, so no matter what, you always have a pretty clear view of what time it is, which makes it not only beautiful but convenient. The frame date window at 6 o'clock is exceptional. As you see, made in Japan, which kind of take it or leave it. I don't have anything against the Malaysian manufactured Seikos. That said, all the nicest ones tend to have Japan on the dial. Not sure if that's a national pride thing or just kind of how things are put together. I think this bracelet being 4-piece is phenomenal. It articulates so beautifully. Very, very comfortable on wrist. We don't have any loom shot to do today. As a true dress watch, it doesn't have any. But again, I mean, if this was 3 millimeters smaller, it would be a slam dunk, and in my eyes, a classic. Just a tad oversized, but still just a delightful watch to have in hand. So another big thank you to David Lyles for making this possible. He's the owner at Jewelry Works. They're a dealer out of the Oaks Mall in Gainesville, Florida. They're my local Seiko AD. Additionally, they deal in some higher end used timepieces and jewelry. Have a look. The website doesn't carry any Seiko products, but if you guys are looking for anything, shoot David an email. He's fantastic to deal with. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. If you're not subscribed already, there'll be a button right here. If you go ahead and click it and then hit the bell icon, you'll get notifications when I'm putting out videos. Additionally, I'll have a couple of videos pop up here on the left. Have a look at some of our other content. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and what you want to see. See you guys in the next one.